Today's story is called I'm Sorry, written by Barry Timms and illustrated by Sean Julian and recorded with kind permission from Little Tiger Press. Every morning, Scribble and Swoop met halfway at the bend of the river. They never were two greater friends in all of Walnut Wood. Scribble always brought his special pencil. It helps me find the right words for my plays, he said, and when each play was written, he called Swoop and the show began. Swoop laughed and cried and cheered for more. Swoop also had her own special thing, a box that never left her side. Tucked beneath its lid were spanners and screws and scraps of wood. Everything a now needs to make stuff, she smiled. There was nothing she could not build. But Scribble and Swoop walked far each day to meet at the bend of the river. Why don't we find a home we can share, said Scribble one morning. Swoop knew just the place. There was a room for two and a little left over. The perfect home for two best friends, said Swoop with a happy hoot. When all was unpacked, they sat in the shade of their beautiful veranda. The breeze whispered and the bees bumbled. And that's when Scribble had a great idea. This is the ideal place to perform my plays, he thought, a theatre. But Swoop was lost in thoughts of her own. Plenty of daylight and a room for my tools, a workshop just for me. Even best friends don't always think alike. Very early next day, Scribble woke up and scurried straight to the veranda. The world's greatest theatre, he announced, hoisting up the curtains. He didn't see Swoop shuffle in with her special box of tools. There was a hoot, a rip, and a clatter, bang, crash. Even the bees stopped bumbling. The two friends glared. Get that stuff off my stage, shouted Scribble. Your stage? Since when? Scoffed Swoop. This veranda is mine. No, mine, Scribble snapped. Then, scowling and muttering, they both marched off to sulk. Swoop had never felt so furious. She gathered Scribble's tattered curtains and fixed them up with big, angry stitches. Sorted, she huffed, and flung them over a branch. Then she called to Scribble. Do your plays over here, she hissed, and do not use them on my veranda. But now Swoop felt a little sad, for no amount of stitches could fix her friend's hurt feelings. Hours passed, the bees bumbled, and all of the while Scribble fumed. Never known an owl so rude, he growled, but he already missed his friend. Scribble picked up his special pencil. Time after time it had helped him find the perfect words, made problems disappear. But what word could ever put this right? And then Scribble found it, the perfect word. I'll sort this out once and for all, he declared. Scribble stomped up to the Swoop, took a huge breath and yelled, Sorry! But sorry wasn't a magic word. It only works if you mean it. You're not sorry at all, replied Swoop, and this was true. He wasn't. The word hadn't worked, and now Scribble was more cross than ever. Rubbish, useless pencil, he cried, and snapped the thing in two. At what he gasped at what he'd done. Then came a sob that shook him, from whiskers to tail. Swoop's heart slumped with sorrow. Scribble, I'm sorry, she whispered. The veranda wasn't mine to take. I ruined your curtains and hurt your feelings. But I've just been just as mean, wailed Scribble. I never asked if I could build a theatre. Then Swoop took a step forward to her friend. And the hug they shared was enough for two, with a little left over. From now on, said Swoop, let's always make our plans together. So Scribble picked up the spanners and screws and every last scrap of wood, and Swoop fixed Scribble's pencil so that the angry snap was just a memory. Scribble and Swoop always remembered that sorry only works if you mean it. And as for the veranda, they agreed to share it. A place for writing in the morning, a place for making in the afternoon, and every evening when the sun was down, it was a theatre for two best friends.